We have done many projects and everything, and we have learned about sensors and actuators and microcontrollers. So today we'll be learning about PCB and breadboard. So PCB is printed circuit board and breadboard is which we use in the uh, project videos. So what is the difference between PCB and breadboard? So let us break it down today. So now both are used to build electronic circuits, but they have different purposes. So the breadboard here, what is breadboard? So a breadboard is used to test and practice circuits without soldering it. You can easily plug and unplug the components and try again and again in the breadboard. So we can say that it is like building blocks. We can build, break, rebuild anything. So the features of the breadboard will be no soldering needed, and components can be easily removed and inserted, and it is best for learning or testing purpose, and it can be used again and again. Example, if you want to blink a led light without an Arduino, you first build a circuit on the breadboard and check if it is working. So similarly on PCB, which is printed circuit board, um, it is used to make a permanent circuit like Arduino and other sensors and everything. So components in PCB will be soldered onto the board, so they stay fixed where they are. And we can think of it like building a brick house. Once it is built, it stays strong, doesn't come apart easily. So the features of printed circuit board is like it is required strong soldering, and it is strong, and also this is permanent. So it is used in real electronic components, and the components which are soldered on this PCB cannot be easily removed. So for example, after testing our LED on the breadboard, we can solder it onto a PCB to make it a final project. So if we want to compare both the boards, that is PCB and breadboard, we got to see how it is working. So PCB here, I have taken an example of our Arduino. So here we have power pins, analog pins, and Aries pins, and the digital pins, and the mega chip, and everything is made already, and it is permanent, it cannot be removed, right? But if we can see the breadboard, we have taken just a touch sensor and the LED here, which everything can be removed, and it can be remade easily. So this is how PCB and breadboard connections are done. So if you want to compare, it is used for testing, like we are testing the um, uh, touch sensor here. Like we have not soldered, it can be reused, and it is easy to change the sensors and everything, and it is best if we want to learn about the circuits and the projects in electronics. And the same way with the PCB, we have it is used as a final project. Like every components will be soldered on its place, and it is permanent, it cannot be removed, and it is very much hard to change compared to breadboard, and it is used in final projects. So like when everything is finally prepared and needs to be joined together, we can be using the PCB, that is printed circuit board. So we can in real life examples, we can say that imagine you're drawing a picture. Okay, so breadboard is a pencil, you can erase, make mistakes and draw it again. But the PCB is a permanent marker. Once you draw, it stays there forever, and it is very much hard to change those. So in one line, we can say that a breadboard uses to build and test the circuit without soldering it, and PCB, which is a printed circuit board, a board this is used to make the permanent electronic circuits by soldering components on this board. So now we learned the difference between PCB and the breadboard in a very easy manner. So that is how the PCB and the breadboard works. And in short, we can say that PCB is a permanent connection and breadboard is a temporary connection. So that's it for now. See you in the next video, Robot Builders.